Hey everybody, thank you so much for watching. Today we are taking our first look at the Gibson Les Paul Standard 60s Double Trouble. Now this guitar is a new one in the Gibson line and a very limited run. This is one of only 500 made, which makes this guitar of course really cool, a collectible guitar. And there are some differences that we're going to go over on this guitar, like the finishes and the pickups themselves and the carved top. This guitar also is, not chambered, and we'll go over all that in a second. But quickly, I just want to shout out how awesome that this guitar is. And if you're interested in any of the guitars that you see in any of these videos, please don't hesitate to reach out. But because this is just such a limited run, I definitely wanted to do a quick video on it because, it's a cool one to have. It's a cool one to see on your radar. Now, the 60 standards, they typically have a slightly thinner neck profile, which is a favorite of mine. It's just a little bit easier to hold and a little bit easier to play if you don't like too big old fat necks. The 50s style will have a thicker neck, so keep that in mind. But this one is the 60s with the reflector caps. Now we have a maple top and a mahogany body. And like I was just saying, this guitar is not chambered, so it is, a little bit heavier. There's no weight relief. But some people claim that there is more tone with the guitars that are not chambered. You might get a little bit more bass response out of a guitar like this, making it really cool. Now here we have these pickups here, which are uncovered pickups. They are burst buckers, 61R and a 61T. Each have the double classic white bobbins fitted on the inside, and the pickups themselves are Al Nico 5s, which are known to be a tight and punchy sounding pickup, but also bright at the same time, and a decent amount of output. These are pretty hot pickups, and we can hear that if I just hit a couple chords. But they're still dynamic and clean up really well, where if I take the volume and bring it back a little bit. So it's a great sounding guitar overall, and we'll dive a little bit more into the sound and the pickups. But first, let's talk about some of the other differences, like the finish itself, which is a classic vintage cherry sunburst finish, but it's supposed to be like a washed or an aged finish, as if it had been a couple years old. So it's not maybe as vibrant as some of the other finishes of a vintage cherry sunburst, and that makes it kind of cool. It's just something unique about this guitar that I really like a lot. Let's see, what else? We have nickel hardware, an ABR1 Tune-O-Matic bridge, and an aluminum stop bar, which is great, nice and lightweight. Rosewood fingerboard with the trapezoid inlays. Of course, we have the maple neck and the Grover tuners here. The serial number on this guitar is a 2025. These just came out from the Gibson line here at Replay Guitar Exchange. We were very fortunate to get one because, like I said, they are super limited and just one we can't pass up. So if you are a collector or somebody who loves unique Gibsons, this might be a really cool one for you to check out. I would highly recommend it. Yeah, it's a little bit heavy because they're not chambered, but that is just a cool feature about them that gives it that big full sound. So let's go through the pickups here, and if you're interested, pause the video and retry it out. Let's listen to that middle position. And that last pickup. So they're really dynamic sounding, really fun guitar to play. I love that 60s feeling neck. I think it's just got a lot of tone in this guitar. Those Alnico 5s really sound great in this thing. And quickly, I'll just play it a little bit clean so we can hear what that sounds like. So overall, this guitar is definitely one you should check out if you are a Gibson aficionado and you love Gibson guitars or collecting guitars in general. If you're interested in this guitar, please don't hesitate to reach out, 813-254-8880. You can reach me personally at my email, which is cliff@replayguitar.com. And keep in mind that if you are not in the Florida area or Tampa area, we will ship this guitar to you for free. If you're not in Florida at all, you don't have to worry about sales tax. So please check out our website, replayguitar.com, where you can see this guitar and all its listed specs on there. And there's a link to that on our description, in the description of the YouTube channel here. So be sure and check it out. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys the next time that I see you. Peace.